Get ready, it's time to hit the strip. Fallout New Vegas rolls in on a new...
Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today, got the patch notes for you. There's not a lot here, but definitely some good fixes. Some other stuff that you might not be a fan of. Let's get into it here. Okay, so these are the patch notes here. I'll start with the message here. Hey Vault Dwellers, today we're releasing an update to address some of the emergent topics brought up by the community after the release of the Backwoods update. Definitely some fixes needed. Gameplay fixed an issue where the chainsaw flamer would hit its target too fast, resulting in more damage than intended being dealt. Fixed an issue where reflected damage could kill the Scorchbeast Queen in one hit. Obviously, I'm a fan of that being fixed. I didn't even get to try the new meta chainsaw, so that's a little disappointing to me myself. And yeah, I don't know how crazy the damage was. If you could let us know in the comments, that'd be awesome. Do you feel like the nerf is justified? Pip-Boy fixed an issue that prevented players from using shortcuts to increase the quantity of items they want to drop. Fixed an issue that prevented players from closing the Pip-Boy with the expected B keybind. Fixed an issue that prevented the scrolling feature from going back to the top of the list when reaching the bottom. Awesome. Fix an issue that caused the inventory sorting feature to revert to default after exiting Pip-Boy. Fix an issue where deployed power armor could be put into the stash by using the new Pip-Boy tab. And fixed an issue where item stats were missing from the item tab. Again, let us know in the comments if this is helpful on PC. Of course, being able to scroll from the bottom to the top instantly again is an absolute fabulous fix. Thank you. UI changed the open season menu keybind on PC from Control to Y. Adjusted the naming of several mutation effects that were confusingly worded. That one is definitely interesting. Gonna have to check out the mutations. Some other stuff here. Fixed an issue that caused emotes, loot bags, and survival tents to be unequipped whenever the game is launched. Let's hope that works for my Atomic Shop weekly video too. Players will no longer receive frequent waiting for response from server messages when there are no server issues. Fixed an issue which prevented players from extracting the DNA from the Scorchbeast Queen during the heart of the enemy daily mission. Fixed instances where the game could crash while scrapping legendary items or while in a workbench. And fixed an issue where replica Pip-Boys did not show when placed in the Pip-Boy display. Absolutely awesome to see that fixed. Let me know in the comments, guys, if there's stuff that you were hoping to see fixed today, if you're glad about these changes. I'm definitely glad about these. Maybe not so much about the chainsaw, but definitely the Pip-Boy and the Scorchbeast. I feel like it really needed to be fixed. Of course, let me know your opinion, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Have a pleasant evening.
Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we are going to have a look at Heavyweight.
See, Dollar Shave Club just has great razors at a great price and no bull.
You don't feel like getting up, going out, or working out? Sounds like you don't feel like much of a man anymore. It's not your fault. Most likely, you've got low testosterone.
Okay, hold still. Hold still. What? Attention's dropping. Attention shot. Oh no. Oh no. You got algo brain. Hit him with a Reddit story with Minecraft parkour in the background. Is that helping? Still? Hit him with one of those crafting videos where you just go, hey, what the heck are they doing over there? Still dropping. My God. You're worse than I thought. 5 TikTok instances. Auto-scrolling. 3 audiobooks playing at the same time. And 7 memes. Feet-related memes. Oh, okay, now I have your attention. Okay. We found your baseline. Thank you. Hello. Now that I have your attention, I can finally give you the cure. Your brain has gotten messed up from the algorithm in ways you don't even understand. I know, because I used to be the same. But I managed to escape the algorithm. Touch my computer. That's right. You may touch that. Disgusting. Ah! And I get it. Who cares? Another one of those, hey, I quit the internet. Look at me. What's interesting about this isn't that it happened, it's that it happened by mistake. I didn't mean to do it. It just sort of did. And you know what that means? That means there's a cheat code. There's an easy way out. and I will share this cheat code with you. Not so fast. Always instant gratification, huh? You gotta wait. Hit him with more feet. No, I'm just kidding. We all have algo brain, and to certain degrees, it's okay. I call it algo brain, but in reality, it's just that I think being online messes with your head. I think it's just a price that we have all come to accept. But I say no more. No more. Because we all know the internet is bad for you, but then why are we here? Just to suffer? Why are we? I'm standing here, stress levels down. Are we stressing? Do I look like I'm stressing right now? What are we stressing about? Huh? What's so goddamn important? My brain synapses are firing again. All 3 of them. I feel like I'm 6 foot right now, not to exaggerate or anything. I am memeing, but I feel like I have something to share for once, okay? And I will yap, just so we're clear. But I have the cheat code. I have the cheat code. I didn't know how to hit you, I'm sorry. To get to the cure, we have to understand the disease. So what's the problem then? I think the problem lies with our limitation in our brain, or should I say, not limitation. I read a book about our brain one time. I learned that there are certain elements to your brain that is just hard-coded, okay? There's just no way to get around it. But there are also elements that can be trained, like your attention span. And because of that, that also means it can degrade. And because tech companies, these goddamn tech companies, their metric of success is how much attention they can suck out of you. And that means it's a race to the bottom. That's why clicking a YouTube video is like getting a shot at it in a shotgun. Point blank range. Like, bro, chill. That's why the more time you spend online, the more algo brain you got. The more sucking has happened to you. 5,000 engineers just go optimize his retention. And that job has been passed down to me. I didn't ask for this. The whole success of this YouTube video is how much I can keep you engaged. What happened to just simple old clickbait? I gotta engage people now. I was ready to give you the cheat code right away, but the algorithm says no, it's not my fault. But I'm telling you, you gotta free yourself before it's too late. I'm standing here, 6'11", practically. Not to sound like a boomer dad again, but I am concerned for how this is affecting, especially the kids. Did you know that Gen Z has the lowest cognitive performance ever? Or the first time it went down. We would always become smarter. Who can blame them? Look at the environment we're in. I get the argument, the counter argument is like, well, they're better at playing Minecraft. It's like, okay, cool. Games when I was a kid was fun. Now look at Roblox, the biggest game for children, has microtransaction in it. That's weird. Now there is short form content. Hooray, yippee. And just so we're clear, I am a fun person. I like a meme. I like a short. But now, what I'm not okay with is AI generated shorts, which is being created. So we got consumed with no intent, created with no intent. Congratulations, we've industrialized nothingness. And it's just getting worse. You gotta free yourself before it's too late. I'm like a Morpheus right now. This is your moment, bro. I'm here for you, bro. I want to make it clear that everything I say in this video is okay to indulge with. If you want to play Roblox all day, knock yourself out. But the key is intent. That's what matters. Intent matters. If you go around your life not making your own choices, then who the heck are you? You are your choices and your actions. That's what shapes who you are. We understood this from philosophy thousands of years ago. But if you don't even make a choice and just let algorithm dictate your life, you got like the MIB alien in your brain steering. Classic example, I used to catch myself all the time being on my phone without intending to. And I get so pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck? I forgot. It's like you open in the fridge to me. Same thing, I find myself just wasting time. And I'd be like, I did not want to do this. If you want to do this, that's good for you, but I don't want to do this. But I found a cure. And a lot of it is going to sound crazy, but you gotta hear me out. It's a step-by-step process. And I'm not saying you have to do all of it, but you should do some of it. For me, the solution started with my de-Googling video. That's not to say Google is the whole problem with everything. Clearly, I failed with my de-googling. I'm still on YouTube. And full transparency, I still use Google Maps. It's too good. It tracks traffic too good. Okay, what am I supposed to do? I tried using like a wrapper for it, but then they banned that. So thank you, Google, for smuggling again. I can't. There's no escape. I wanted to remove all the tracking and telemetry, so I put all those apps that I didn't really trust in a second profile. Social media, anything attention hungry, it went on the second profile. And I swear to God, I cannot understate how much that has changed my life. Those 5 to 6 seconds that it takes for me to switch over to the other profile stops me every time from going, hey, is this what I want to be doing? People get dumb phones to stop themselves from wasting time on their phone, but really, that's all you need. You just need a little bit of friction. Now, my phone is what I want it to be. A device that serves me, not the other way around. I'm not the product. When you do head over to the other side, the dark side, or I should call it the rainbow sucking attention side, it's so obvious what's going on. Like, everything is so desperate for your attention. Since my phone and text messages and email and all that is on the main profile, I always have to swap back. Anyway, you should do this. You should do this. The second thing I did was self-hosting. You gotta self-host, man. They're coming for you. The effect that self-hosting did on me was that I am not the product anymore. What the things I use are mine, and because they're not free, I'm not paying with my privacy or getting algo smucked. I think the main difference is that ads and news don't reach me. It's hard to explain the effect that this has on you without actually experiencing it. I'm one of those people that believe how much the subconscious affects you. Even if you are not actively processing information, just the fact that it exists in your peripheral messes with your head. All these services going, it messes with your head, man. How much? Like, even if you're not actively clicking on all these bullshit, you still see it, and I still think it messes with you. Self-hosting, I'm just here, vibing. It's me and the tools I use, nothing else. No noise. That's why I'm proud for today's sponsor, which is Hostinger. If you're looking to self-host, you can rent a VPS, which is basically like a strong computer in the cloud, available 24/7. If you think self-hosting is difficult, they make it so simple for you. You get Docker, which is like an app store for free self-hosting stuff. You want to host your own kind of Netflix stuff? One click, bada bing, done. Now you own it. Congratulations. It's mine now. I own that. What's great about it is that it's available 24/7 and no matter where you go. I still use my Steam Deck to self-host, but certain services are just better to host on a VPS. I host Martia's website on there. Look at this beautiful thing. You can host your Minecraft game server on there. Any weird thing you can think of, they can host it and they make it so simple for you. I only pick sponsors that I use myself, and I highly recommend Hostinger, and you get 10% off with the PewDiePie code or link in the description. Their lowest tier is already super powerful, and it's only $5 a month. It's a great deal, I'm telling you. They got NVMe storage and Epic processors. That means it's fast, okay? That's all you gotta know. Whether you're a noob or a power user, they got you. And if you're self-hosting, they also have domains, so you can be like a pro and to put like web.you're hosting. It's cool. So yeah, genuinely proud to have them as a sponsor. I highly recommend checking out Hostinger and start self-hosting. Once you try it, that's when you like it. They should have that as a slogan. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna disable shorts. Poof, gone. You don't have to do this. I like YouTube, okay? I don't have to de-Google everything, okay? But I hate how shorts is everywhere. I can't escape it. I search, there's shorts. Homepage, short. I go to someone's channel, there's shorts. It's just shorts. Fucking everywhere. It's fucking shorts. I don't want to watch a short all the time. If I was running a website, I would want to empower my users. Google CEO, hello? Why can't I disable if I want to? Why? Well, I took matters in my own hands. My last video, I trained my own AI and I was testing out what it could do. And so I gave it a super simple task of just writing an extension to block shorts for me. And bada bing, bada boom. Ah, beautiful. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Let's keep fixing YouTube. No more homepage as default. Are you seeing this? This is so nice. Let's watch Jacksepticeye.
Let's engage with some C4, so to get a detonator.
No sidebar with recommendations. It's just the video. Let me do a comparison.
Oh, there's a good level. Oh, shorts. Do you want to watch shorts? Oh, you want breaking news. You want breaking news. You want more shorts, actually. And a sponsor.
Oh, you wanted to go to the comments? No, you have to scroll through all these fucking videos to get to the comments. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Goodness gracious. This is crazy. I fixed YouTube. My subscription box! That's what I want to see, not just random algorithmic choices all the frickin' time! Not only this, how to pick me, pick this video. No, the subscription box, which I chose. And then all of a sudden, oh, bliss. YouTube as I enjoy it. Connecting with people, being entertained by them, learning from them. Not this sporadic schizophrenic experience to be online. Like, oh my God, it's so jarring when I turn it off. I'm like, oh God, is this what it used to be like? Oh, maybe this whole thing is just a me thing, okay? I'm telling you, man. Now, I found out someone has already done this, so I'm gonna link theirs and you can just instantly fucking do it. But yeah, I fixed YouTube. You're welcome. Next, I unfollowed everyone. You don't have to do this. This is definitely a me thing. I just got really fed up. And I do think it's kind of funny because remember the congressional hearings with Facebook where Zuckerberg LARPed being a human? Well, what came out of that, in case you didn't know already, it was that 10% of all social media on Instagram is social. 90% is just bullshit. A bunch of information fed to you by a machine that don't know you and don't care to know you, I tell you. I always had this idea that I had to be on social media. I have to, otherwise how am I gonna connect with my friends? Meeting up with them? I don't do that either, but I'm just kidding. Maybe just talking to them. Maybe just ask them what they are doing instead of stalking them like a fucking weirdo. It's okay to share stuff, that's fun, I get it. But maybe not everything? I don't know, man. It just had the effect that I don't even bother to go because like, what am I gonna do? Look at memes? Although I have delegated that task to Marcia, she shows me memes now. So that's another way to do it. You just find someone else and they do the work for you. I do think it's funny because I quit Twitter a few years ago because I just thought it was getting too toxic. And then people would come to me and be like, yeah, Felix, it's real bad. Anyway, it was like, why? No one's forcing you to be on this website. I feel like everyone has this idea that you have to be on social media. You don't have to be on social media. Next, get a DNS blocker. It's kind of the same as YouTube thing that I did where you block a bunch of stuff, only that it does it on a network level. So you can remove ads, you can remove websites. None of it even reaches your device. I think that it's kind of insane now that I think about it. You probably have done this too. We grew up on the internet unfiltered, and we are still unfiltered internet. I'm not crazy, man, but that's crazy. I forgot to mention, you can also host a DNS on your own. So if you're using HostGator, for example, they make it easy for you to set it up. You'll have a DNS blocker anywhere, which you should have. Anyway, last but not least, I'm not a productivity person. Believe it or not, I don't even think it's real. It's just a feeling that you give yourself. It doesn't matter what you do. If you want to play games all day, browse social media all day, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I think what matters is that you choose to do it. And I think a lot of times we don't want to admit that maybe something isn't our choice. I still doom scroll because sometimes I'm just fucking tired. But I replaced it with my own list. I host my own RSS feed. It's what I pick to doom scroll, okay? I can still make that choice. Different websites that just isn't that bad to me. Bookmark, blog post, whatever. I think you owe it to yourself to take some time today and start building your tech fence. That's what I'm calling this, tech fencing. These tech companies don't care about you, so you're gonna have to start caring about yourself. I care about you. That's why I'm making this video. So the cheat code is basically build some friction. It's that simple. Let your brain catch up and make the choice yourself. And also filter out the noise. That's your defense and that's your cure. Now you understand the disease. You are free. Bon voyage. That's my new outro. Just kidding. Breakfast.
Find your perfect tax expert, whatever your tax situation might be. Hand off your taxes to an expert who gets you with TurboTax Expert Full Service.
Water makes life possible. It shapes our city, every life.
And every animal.
Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today, want to show you guys the fastest way to get legendary mods, 4-star legendary mods included. Let's get into it here. Okay, so the way we're going to be doing this is basically farming the Guardian, fighting him over and over again. Now, I hear you barking, big dog. This is easier said than done, but by the end of this video, I assure you, you will have everything you need.
How's it going, everyone? I want to give you guys a heads up on a pretty notable free title that's dropping this week. I know this week is going to be a lot of Crimson Desert, and that's fine. Crimson Desert's going to be a $70 game. If you want a game to play for free, a very popular anime is making the transition to a free open world RPG. We'll talk all about that. And speaking of free, I do want to highlight some free demos that are available right now. 2 of them have been available for a little bit, but I thought they would be worthwhile mentioning as one of the games just came out. So having the trial version available, you can check that out, and another demo on a game coming out next month. Man, there's a lot of games coming out. Ain't no rest for the wicked when it comes to the new game releases. But first of all, new free title coming from Netmarble is the 7 Deadly Sins Origins. Now, not to front, I'm not a 7 Deadly Sins guy. I've watched it here and there when some of my buddies were watching it and I just glanced at it. I didn't get super into it. Look, I know that it's very popular, and now you do have it in the form of an open world RPG. The 7 Deadly Sins Origins is an open-world anime RPG set in the universe of the 7 Deadly Sins. Step into the role of Prince Tristan of Lioness and explore an open-world Britannia as you embark on a journey to restore order to a world overthrown into chaos by the collision of time and space. Step into the vast, beautifully rendered open world of Britannia, faithfully recreated from the original anime. Immerse yourself in a vivid reimagining of the world and experience a brand new original story set with familiar universe of the 7 Deadly Sins. You'll take on the role of Prince Tristan of the Kingdom of Lioness and embark on a journey to restore the order to Britannia, now thrown into disarray by a mysterious collision of time and space. Explore a dynamic open-world Britannia teeming with secrets, formidable monsters, and breathtaking landscapes. Assemble a team of heroes with a wide array of abilities and explore Britannia together. Build your team from a diverse roster of heroes, each with unique abilities, and uncover an original story set within the 7 Deadly Sins universe, exclusive to Origin. Battle alongside fan-favorite characters from across the series, transcending timelines and dimensions, and meet compelling new original heroes appearing for the first time in Origins. Moments outside of combat, enjoy moments of peace and leisure, go fishing, cook meals, or simply explore uncharted territories with friends and allies and discover hidden dungeons, unearth rare treasures, and immerse yourself in a multiverse adventure unlike any other. Gotta say, visually, I like the art style, and if you're a fan of the anime, you'll probably feel right at home. It is done by Netmarble, so keep that in mind, but you've got an open world RPG set in the 7 Deadly Sins universe, and you can check that out right now for free. The game also notes engaging and customizable combat. Exciting combat styles and abilities arise out of the 3 different weapon types, letting you adapt your strategy to the boss in front of you. Additionally, combining characters together sparks special moves and unique tag skills as they swap in and out of the fight. At quieter times in your travels, cast a line into shimmering lakes and whip up dishes for yourself and the team, or mine for ores and craft resources for stronger gear and equipment. As the sun sets, the world shifts. Some monsters sleep at night while others appear in the shadows. Explore every corner. Unique exploration abilities allow access to areas and secrets across the world. Tristan wields his strength to push obstacles. Hauser leaps to higher heights, and more. They've also got a ton of the, of course, 7 Deadly Sins characters featured in the game. Again, that is available right now. All right, moving on from that, we do have some free demos available right now as well. I know Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly's been a little bit under fire for the 30 frames per second on consoles, but the remake demo is live right now. You know, Tecmo Koei, when it comes to a lot of their PlayStation 5 performance and performance in general on games, hasn't been the best, but again, the game is very well received as far as the original goes. Together Always is the demo for the Japanese-style horror adventure Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake. In this demo, you can enjoy the beginning of the game, a full remake of the second entry in the Fatal Frame series, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly. Twin sisters Mio and Mayu wander into an abandoned village haunted by vengeful spirits. It is a village where night never ends, crawling with ghosts, searching for the twins who once fled their ritual. Mio tries to find Mayu and escape, but in doing so, she unwittingly retraces the tragic events of the past. Players take control of Mio, battling vengeful spirits using the camera obscura, a camera that can photograph the impossible. Again, the demo is available right now for free, and save data carries on over into the full game. Then we do have NIS America's upcoming title, Atrange Overlord. Very, very wacky, a little bit off the wall. Play through the opening hours of the upcoming Atrange Overlord, a musical action RPG about living your best afterlife. Honestly, if you're a fan of the wackiness and zaniness in gaming at times, I feel like Atrange Overlord is going to be something that's going to be right up your alley. Certainly not a game for, like, newcomers to Japanese title, but the game is centered around Atrange von Rosenberg as falsely accused of assassinating the king and is executed. Waking up in hell with no sweets in sight, she decided she'll just have to take the whole place over. Experience this frantic action RPG from creator Sohei Nikawa, featuring a unique revolving lane mechanic that sends items, buffs, and even characters circling around the map. Enjoy the gorgeous character designs by legendary illustrator Shinichiro Otsuka as Atrange and her allies ride, fight, and even sing their way across hell. The action-packed gameplay is playable in co-op as well, but the free demo available right now. Two more free demos that have been available for a little bit, but I thought worth to reiterate. Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection, the trial version is available. I am bringing this up because the full game is now available. Very unfortunate that this game is coming out the week before Crimson Desert, because I just think Crimson Desert is going to take the gaming world by storm this week, and Monster Hunter Stories 3 being a lengthy RPG, I could totally see some people just skipping out on this and focusing their attention on Crimson Desert. Also, Monster Hunter Stories, while this game is right up my alley, I do think the $70 price point for a game like this, look, we talk about that $70 price tag, the Resident Evil Requiems of the world, the Crimson Deserts of the world, they're gonna be fine. Monster Hunter Stories 3 was one I saw that price point, I'm like, I think some people are gonna wait for a sale on this one, although the game is pulling very respectable numbers on Steam. It's like 50,000 concurrent players, which for a game like this on PC, I would say is quite good. The trial version is available right now, opening hours of the game, and your progress can be carried on over into the full game as well. Beautiful art style in this game as well, so you can check that out for free. And speaking of Capcom titles, Pragmata is coming out next month. Capcom just don't sleep when it comes to new games. We got Resident Evil Requiem at the end of February, Monster Hunter Stories 3 just a few days ago. Pragmata's coming out next month, and it looks like Onimusha Way of the Sword is going towards its final act of development as well. Pragmata, the sketchbook demo, is available right now, and the game itself is $59.99 instead of $70, so take that for what you will. I've heard pretty good things about the combat and the gameplay in the title. I'm excited to check this one out for myself. I'm going to be playing the full game regardless, so the demo isn't something that I'm too eager to check out, but that demo is available right now, so you can have a gander at that as well. Again, available for free. And that is going to do it for me. Again, a ton of new free stuff available on the PlayStation Store. 7 Deadly Sins Origins, you can check that out. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly, that remake demo is available right now. Atrange Overlord, that game is super wacky, but if you're into the wackiness and zaniness, and at times that's exactly what you want out of your games, that demo is available.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy. I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for. Open 7 days a week at most locations.
Oh, can I use your ATM?
Yeah, anything for a neighbor. What's in your wallet?
No. Other way. You twisted it the wrong way.
What do you want me to do?
Just look down, all right? Just look at me. Look what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right, see the way I'm twisting it?
Yeah.
All right, turn it that way from your end.
Okay.
Okay. No. All right, you know what? All right, just put it down. Put it down. Just drop it.
All right.
Drop it.
All right.
All right, let's just hang on and figure this out.
Stormtroopers all over the place. Shouldn't we be?
On the northern edge of Los Angeles, fresh water spills down two stark concrete chutes, perched on the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains, a place simply called the Cascades. It's a deceptively simple-looking finish line, the end of a roughly 300-mile or 500-kilometer journey from the eastern slopes of the Sierra Nevada into the city. On November 5th, 1913, tens of thousands of people climbed these hills to watch the first water arrive. When the gates finally opened, water trickled through, but that trickle quickly became a torrent. The project's chief engineer, William Mulholland, leaned over to the mayor and shouted the line that's been repeated ever since. "There it is, Mr. Mayor. Take it." That moment was profound for a lot of reasons, depending on where you live and how you feel about water rights. LA didn't become LA by living within the limits of its local resources. Its meteoric growth into the metropolis we know was enabled by an early and extraordinary decision to reach far beyond its own watershed and pull a whole new river into town. Today, roughly a third of LA's water comes from the Eastern Sierra through the Los Angeles aqueduct system. That share swings with snowpack, drought, and environmental constraints, but this one piece of infrastructure helped turn a water-limited town into a world city. It's one of the most impressive and controversial engineering projects in American history. But to really appreciate that water in the Cascades, you have to look way upstream and see what it took to get it there. It's gravity, geology, politics, and human ambition all in a part of the state that most people never see. Let's take a little tour so you can see what I mean. I'm Grady, and this is Practical Engineering. When most people think about aqueducts, this is what they picture. A bridge carrying water over a valley or river. And just to be clear, these are aqueducts, but engineers often use the term more broadly to describe any type of conveyance system that carries water over a long distance, from a source to a distribution point. Could be a canal, a pipe, a tunnel, or even just a ditch. In the case of the LA Aqueduct, it's all of them, plus a lot of supporting infrastructure as well. From the center of the city, it's about a 4-hour drive to the Owens River Diversion Weir. It's not accessible to the public, but it is the official start of the LA Aqueduct, at least when it was originally built. Here, all the snowmelt and rain from a huge drainage system between the Sierra Nevada and Inyo Mountains funnel down into the Owens River, where a large concrete diversion weir peels nearly all of it out of its natural course and into a canal. This point is roughly 2,500 feet or 750 meters higher in elevation than the bottom of the Cascades at the downstream end, which makes it obvious why LA chose it as a source. The entire aqueduct is a gravity machine. There are no pumps pushing the water toward the city. Half a mile of elevation change feels like a lot until you realize you have to spread it out over 300 miles. It's all achieved through careful grading and managing elevations along the way to keep the flow moving. That care is particularly important in this upper section of the aqueduct where the water flows in an open canal. To do this efficiently, you need a relatively constant slope from start to finish. That's a tough thing to achieve on the surface of a bumpy earth. Following a river valley makes this easier, but you can see the twists and turns necessary to keep the aqueduct on its gentle slope toward LA. If it seems kind of wild that the city would buy up the land and water rights from somewhere so far away, it did to a lot of people who lived in the Owens Valley too. A lot of the acquisitions and politics of the original LA Aqueduct were carried out in bad faith, souring relationships with landowners, ranchers, farmers, and communities in the area. The saga is full of broken promises and shady dealings. Then, when the diversion started, the area dried up, disrupting the ecology of the region, making agriculture more difficult and residents even more resentful. Many resorted to violence, not against people, but against the infrastructure. They vandalized parts of the aqueduct, a conflict that later became known as the California Water Wars. In one case in 1924, ranchers used dynamite to blow up a part of the canal. Later that year, they seized the Alabama Gates. About 20 miles or 35 kilometers downstream from the diversion weir, a set of gates sits on the eastern bank of the Aqueduct Canal. Because it runs beside the river valley, the aqueduct captures some of the water that flows down from the surrounding mountains, in addition to what's diverted out of the Owens River, particularly during strong storms. That means it's actually possible for the canal to overfill. The Alabama gates serve as a spillway, allowing operators to divert water back down to the river. This also helps drain the canal for maintenance or repairs when needed. Those Owens Valley ranchers understood exactly what the Alabama gates controlled: open